friends, welcome to our world. So this is the 101st episode in the biology series. So today's video is about mutation of DNA. So let's begin. So mutation. You may have heard about this mutation thing. We have discussed about it in many other videos, including mainly in cancer. Yeah, mutation is the main cause of cancer. Without mutation, cancer cannot exist at all. But without mutation, evolution would not exist also. But let's just continue. So let's just start with the basic DNA. It's the main thing where the mutation actually happens. So there are two places where mutation happens in. This is DNA. Wait, I'll write these. The ladder. The twisting ladder, that is DNA, and there's also another thing. Wait. These are known as chromosomes. These are just big structures of DNA clumped together. In chromosomes, there's this DNA tightly coiled together like this. It practically stores your information. And without chromosomes, cells can't easily replicate without losing some amount of memory. So these are chromosomes. Yeah. So let's first start with DNA. So in DNA there are 4 types of bases, also known as nucleotides. They are, I'll take another marker. No, they are A, T, C and G. Adenine, thymine, cytosine and guanine respectively. So adenine only can pair up with thymine and cytosine can only pair up with guanine. Yeah, so it's practically AT and CG. And C cannot bond with T or A and it's vice versa. So let's split up each of them. So between each of these pairs, known as base pairs, there is a bond known as made of hydrogen. These are hydrogen bonds. We'll talk about them later in this video. So TA, CG, GC can also exist and TA. So there are practically 4 combinations which make up all of the alphabet. The genes in our body. Yes, all the genes in our body, all the DNA in our body is made up of these 4 letters: AT, TA, CG and GC. Without these are practically the building blocks of DNA. And here is like a backbone to everything. It's a sugar phosphate backbone. SPBB for short. Yeah. So it is made out of sugar and phosphate particles. Of course, it's in the literal name. So there are 3 ways that this could be affected. That means could be mutated. Yeah. So mutation mainly, of course, occurs because of the one and only radiation. Of course, there are other ways that mutation can occur, but the main reason is radiation, whether it's from X-rays, gamma radiation, just normal radiation coming from your lights. Yes, there is some amount of radiation from those lights over there, but it's not enough to kill a single person in like a minute or even give cancer for a person. Yeah, but let's just continue. So there are 3 main ways that these radiation can destroy the DNA. One is by breaking the backbone. Yeah, it's not good if the backbone is changed. Then is by changing the bases. The base pairs could be changed by this radiation. And the final thing is breaking the bonds. The hydrogen bonds could be broken by radiation. But the main thing about DNA, that means about changing of base pairs in DNA, is that there are many different ways that there could happen. 4 main ways. There is first addition. An extra pair is added in between. Yeah, like CG. Then there is deletion. An already existing pair is deleted. Rest in peace. And then there is substitution. So an already existing base is changed. So here CG is changed into AT. Like that. And finally there's the one and only transversion. So take these two. TA and GC. So it will change into TA down here and GC up here. Yeah, so it will rotate like this. Okay, but this is practically all the ways that DNA mutation can occur. But what about chromosome mutation? So for this we need a few more chromosomes, another chromosome for this. So of course radiation is very dangerous. So this is chromosome number 1 and this is chromosome number 2. So let's begin. And also let's add another chromosome, because why not? This chromosome is going to be small because chromosomes come in different sizes, not just one, okay? So this is chromosome number 3, which is small, very small. Okay, let's begin. So of course there are again 4 ways in which mutation can occur in chromosomes. One is deletion again. So a chunk of the genes in the chromosome is absolutely demolished. So for example, there is some DNA here which has very important information and it is wiped off the face of Earth, decreasing the size of the chromosome along with it. But next is addition, of course. A newer gene is added in between. Yeah. Then is translocation. So this is an arm of chromosome number 1 and this is an arm of chromosome number 3. So these arms are just practically exchanged. Wait, I'll do it quickly. Wait, yeah. Okay. So now this arm is small and this arm is humongous. Yeah. So this is basically what happens in translocation. Both of these are exchanged in the other way around. And finally there's duplication. For example, there's some code in chromosome number 2. There is AT, TA, CG. But this code, we take CG for example, this code could again be duplicated. So there could be another CG which would take the place of a previous existing one. Yes. So of course these changes, of course they are small, but if they clump up enough, they'll absolutely not be good. They can cause cancer, they could remove many vital functions that your cells need to do. So yeah, that's not very good. So here comes a few rescuers. There are a few small proteins, many of them. These small proteins are sent by the cell to absolutely reverse these changes. So this CG is removed again, this extra CG, these two arms are unreversed, and this could also happen in DNA. So this removed arm could be added back. It was TAT, I think. Yeah. So things like this could happen because there are these small proteins which help it. Yeah, I can't name all of them because there are a lot of them. But an example, only one example is known as DNA PK. Yeah, I don't know exactly why it's named like that, but there are many different ones which serve different purposes in DNA repairing. Yes, and of course there are also genes which control this DNA repairing. So what if these genes were removed? What if these genes were the one which were, of course, what happened? Mutated. What if these genes were mutated so their code does not apply to cell anymore? So take this chunk as the genes, as those important genes. Yeah. So there are 2 main genes, 1 and 2. I'll put in the video because they also have very incredible long names. Yeah. Because biology has long names. Without long names, biology cannot exist, of course. Yeah. So 1 and 2. For somehow they both were the perfect ones which were mutated. Yeah, that's not very good. But what would happen next? There are another series of genes which control cell apoptosis. Apoptosis basically means cell suicide. It sacrifices itself so its mutations would not spread and turn into cancer. It sacrifices itself. Yeah, but what if those apoptosis genes were also mutated? Then cancer, of course, will start to form slowly but surely. But then there are a few immune cells. So we discussed about this cancer killing immune cells like many weeks ago. Yeah, but these immune cells will most likely kill this cancer. Yeah, will kill this cell which is now infected with cancer. But many times this does not actually happen. That means a very small chance. In most chances, these immune cells will actually kill the cancer cell. This happens many times in our body right now. In the time you watch this video, at least 1,000 cancer cells have died in your body. Even if you don't have cancer, the big tumor cancers. Yeah, but this, if you don't have these genes, even though it is family, like from family, it wouldn't be very good because there are more higher chances of you getting cancer. Yeah, it is known as hereditary cancer genes. That means you don't have those genes because of family lines. It's hereditary, so there's more chance of you dying of cancer. Not exactly dying, but you get cancer. More chance of you getting cancer because you don't have the necessary genes which destroy the cancer in your cells before the immune cells come and kill it. So yeah, this is for today about mutation, both the DNA and the chromosome type. And of course, without this mutation, evolution cannot exist as well. So bye.